This is going to be the quick version on how to use the Goodreader app for those people who are already familiar with the iPhone or the iPad or the iTouch. This green app right here, Goodreader, you're going to open that up. And you'll notice it took us too far right there. But on the main screen, it's going to have the packet for the meeting that is coming up. There will only be one packet on here at a time. You just push that and it'll take you to the meeting packet. You notice all around here are menu item buttons. You can scroll through this just like you do with anything else on the iTouch or the iPad, iPhone, whatever. If you need to get back to the menu, just one quick push in the middle and it'll take you back and it'll show you. Real quickly, there's the light adjustment, this half circle down here. This one right here takes you to an area where you can copy and paste pages. You probably won't be using that very much. This one right here lets you turn the page orientations, but as you know, if you've already used it before, that's not really necessary because you can just turn the actual reader itself and have it turn. This one right here, sorry, that's the same one. This one is to crop it. You're probably not going to be cropping very much. This is a really handy one. This is the bookmark tool. It's going to show you the different bookmarks. These are ones that we've already set forth. These are ones you can create. Agenda, it'll take you to the agenda. Pending business, it'll take you to pending business. We'll go back up to the agenda. This one down here with the page numbers, it lets you jump to any page number. So you can type page 5 and it'll take you to page 5. You can type to page 2, it'll take you to page 2. This button right here allows you to search. You can type in anything here to search and press go. And you'll also notice that these are saved searches. So, for example, I can click there, search, and it takes me to Frenchtown. And there's up and down buttons so you can continue going down or up, and then the X button to cancel it. One of the handy things, if you're familiar with the professional Adobe ones, this will be really handy. Well, first of all, let me show you this. This is the agenda, and it links, if you'll notice there's blue underlines, it will link to each item of the packet. So number 2, discussion and consideration of the minutes, will take you to number 2, the discussion and consideration of the minutes. You can go back to the agenda this way, and you can press to pending business. I think I pressed the wrong button. It'll take you to pending business, or this one right here with the Gaswell Development Plat will take you to the Gaswell Development Plat. If you notice right here, I've already done this, but you can insert notes. For example, if you want to know what something is, to do it, you just press and hold, and you'll notice it comes up with the menu here. You can add a bookmark, which is some of the things that I've already done. Down here, you can name it page, the page number. You can name it, say if I want to name it Gulf Text. This is if by chance, these are for ones that you want to create. And so now when you go back down here to the bookmark button, it'll have Gulf Text here and it'll take you to this page. To create a note, you just press note and you can type whatever you want and save it and it'll pop up. You'll be able to see that later on. I'm actually going to go back to the minutes and I'm going to show you where you can make changes on here. This is a typewritten one, so it's easier. But if you just press and hold like you're going to copy, like you do on anything on the iPhone, and select it, you can choose to highlight it. You can choose to mark it up by way of underlining, crossing it out, inserting something, replacing it, if we want to underline there, or if we want to insert something. If I forgot to write town in something and you want to remind me, it'll come up with a little blue mark there, and you can always just press that blue mark and it'll open up whatever you wanted to insert. And then what you can also do is pretty neat. It's a, except for I think it just throws on me, draw. You can draw squares, circles, there's a square. You can draw, you can move it around. You can even change the colors of it by pressing it again and do color. and change it to whatever color you want. I'm still going to keep it on red. And then my favorite part is you can do freeform drawing. If you do draw and do freehand, you can say circle something and put like a question mark on here. And like, what is it that we're talking about there? And you can come back to it. Now, the best thing about this is, oops, might help if I push save before I try and move. It will keep any of these changes that you've made. Now, you're not always going to have the same packet. I'm going to go back to this main menu here. Oh, and of course you can zoom in like you always do. I'm double clicking. I'm going to go back to my documents. You will always have this. You won't always have this iPad. But if you want to keep the markups that you've made, that's fine to do so. What you need to do, though, is go to Manage Files. And then just like anything else on the iPad, you select it, and you'll notice that all of these are highlighted now as options. What you would do is click Email, and each of these iPads has its own particular email address. It's just going to be really generic, say bartonville.ipad.01@gmail.com or bartonville.ipad.05, and that's designed so you can email it to yourself. So in here, you're just going to email, I don't have any contacts. But you can just type your email address in there. Sorry. We'll pretend like I'm emailing myself, but just type your email address and you can click send, and it will send you the packet, and you'll get the packet that has all of the markups that you've had, so you can end up keeping that for as long as you want to. Just know that when we get this back, we're going to delete those off of it, so you won't be able to get it back after that. And then if you'll also notice, if you go back to the home screen, I've added a clock on here. So this will help. This is nice because it actually has a timer. 3 minutes is already set, so you can handle the 3 minutes. And then if you go back, I've also added a calculator on here. And so there's a calculator for, you don't have to deal with the banner ads, but it's a calculator for, you know, any of those engineers or other mathematically minded members of the board that want to figure out things on the fly. So that's about it. If you have any other questions, feel free to give me a holler.